Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Capitalize Your Best podcast. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and we're here to help you capitalize on what you do best to achieve your goals, grow your revenue, and be a better you. And our focus here is on business and marketing. This is our third week with our brand new focus. And what happened, just as a brief recap as we continue to make this transition, is that a few weeks ago, we broke off from the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast. That's my personal podcast that I've run for years, and we ran concurrently for several months, but now those two are separate. This Is Gonna Hurt publishes on Monday, and that focuses on personal growth and making a better you. And here on Wednesdays, we focus on business and marketing growth to make a better you. So I'm very excited that you're back. Thank you so much. The feedback, the reviews, comments, and likes have all been just phenomenal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, having said that, not going to do that introduction a whole lot more, but again, I do want people to know that the distinction of where we're going and what's going on. Now, today I have a topic that I think is relevant to anybody that markets their business, or really anybody who has a continual presence online, especially social media. And that is a healthy approach to handling criticism online. Here's the thing. We all know that social media and the online forums and the opportunities we have there are amazing, but those platforms also create platforms and atmospheres that can be incredibly toxic, that can be incredibly painful. People say things online they might never have said in any other opportunity or venue, things they probably wouldn't say face to face. And so you put yourself in a position for criticism, hate, trolling, whatever you'd like to call it. And now, understandably, because of that, some people are very private online or don't really engage a lot, and I completely respect that approach. However, in our day and age, if you're going to grow your business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have any control over the thing that you buy, sell, or present, you are going to need to grow your social media following. And if you follow anything we've talked about at Capitalize Marketing, or if you've been a part of the Capitalize Your Best program, we talk about massive amounts of content across all social media platforms. So that means Facebook, Facebook pages, Facebook groups. That means Instagram. That means TikTok. It means LinkedIn, LinkedIn groups, Twitter, X, Be Real, across the platforms. To grow your business, you've got to be present. You've got to educate people. You have to let people know who you are, and you have to offer a solution to their problems. When you highlight your distinct advantages, your distinct skills, and your distinct offer, and you match that up with solving the problem of your potential client, then you gain new business. And that's what we help people do. But along the way, when you make this push and you make a larger presence for yourself, you are going to sadly invite criticism. So I have had a little bit more of that lately than recent, and I'll share why. But I want to offer a few things as we get there. Now, before I tell my story, let me offer this. If you want to avoid unnecessary criticism and trolling and toxicity, then I encourage you greatly to have an amazingly upbeat and positive approach in your social media. Avoid criticisms that have nothing to do with your value expertise in the industry. Avoid negative posting. Avoid hostile approaches to religion and politics. Avoid groups and interactions that have that toxicity and that anger level, because when you go into those environments, or if you go into those approaches, you are literally inviting the criticism, the hate, and the trolling. And we don't want to do that for a healthy person. We cannot live in this difficult world, growing our businesses with all those challenges, and then invite more and more difficulty. So my biggest tip to you here is be gentle in your approaches there, because that way you're not inviting anything that's going to come to you no matter what. So whenever you do face criticism or toxicity or trolling, ask yourself, did I approach this poorly? If you didn't, and you're maintaining your integrity, then you go, okay, this is just what it is. And then you've got to take reactions like blocking people, or just leaving certain groups, and just making sure you're putting yourself in places that are healthy for you and the healthiest presentation of your business. So that's my first thing. Make sure you are not putting yourself in a situation. Getting into an online back and forth argument is very rarely conducive for the growth of your business. Unless that's your brand, unless you're a TikToker who goes out there and you engage in the online debate and controversy is your brand, unless that's who you are, that's very rarely going to help your business or help you with your mental health. And so please be mindful of that, okay? Put yourself in a situation where you're upbeat, positive, you're solving solutions, and when you get the feedback that's negative or your criticism, you've got to roll with it in such a way that you handle it with dignity and respect. Dignity and respect. That is incredibly important to the approach here. Okay. Respond to everything with dignity and respect, and you will have less to worry about in that arena. Okay. Now, let me share a story. Now, as you push forward into greater amounts of content, you're going to hit a broader audience and you are going to invite more criticism and feedback. We put out massive amounts of content for me and for the company. And so we're going to face that. And when I start to get that feedback, I recognize, okay, I am probably breaking into arenas and into circles that I haven't been in. That's what I want. Not everybody's going to receive that well. Not everybody knows me. Not everybody knows my heart. Some people are going to see what we market or what we share, and they're going to be critical of our suggestions or the way we think you should do business. That just happens, and that is part of the nature of running a business online and letting people know what your services are. Now, let me show you my story. Oddly enough, I received a very critical interaction with someone on LinkedIn. Typically, LinkedIn is a little bit more respectful in their interactions. And I received a cold DM. Cold DMs happen all the time. That's a cold direct message where someone is reaching out to you with a product and service. And quite often, I get these cold DMs, oddly enough, with similar products and services is what I offer. And that happened. And someone sent me an AI product. And once I saw it, I didn't even read the entire message. It was a long message with the link in there. And I just said, hey, thank you. We offer similar services. Congrats on your success. Good luck. And that's where it went. Well, all of a sudden, the person responded and escalated. You didn't read everything. You do this. You think you're too much. You're like all the other people. And then said some comments that I can't say here. You're too blank to even read this, full of profanity and out of nowhere. I do not know this person. We're in a similar, we're in a community, a county, but I've never met this person. I don't know who they are. They apparently know who I am in terms of my following or my offering, because they mentioned my seminars and those kind of things. So they know who I am. I don't know who they are at all. So I just said, good luck with your app, success, congrats. And they said, that's not a response. And I said, it is a response. Congratulations on what you've created. I hope you have a tremendous amount of success. And I exited the conversation. Well, at that point in time, they didn't do anything. They just let it go. So I gave it a day, came back the next thing. I blocked that person on all my platforms. I don't need that kind of interaction. And then I've moved on. I slept great that night. I'm going to get that kind of criticism. This person wanted me to either engage into their product, or they wanted me to purchase it, or they wanted some measure of validity. And what they were doing is offer an AI driven product that we can offer. And I just couldn't at that point in time engage with it. I literally said, hey, thank you. We have similar services. Congrats on your success. Good luck. That was my response. And they escalated it into a conflict. So that's going to happen. My encouragement to you is be so kind and gentle in your responses that people just don't know what to do with. I mean, he said, that's not a response. And I was like, it is. Congrats. Good luck. Great job on your success. I hope you do well. Like, they were stunned into silence because I just didn't engage in their conflict. They were calling me horrible names. They were using profanity. I can't even tell you what they were saying here. And my encouragement, the healthy approach here, is to just respond with kindness, or don't respond at all and block them. But there was nothing I could gain from engaging in a back and forth battle with them. Nothing at all. So, friends, this is a very simple podcast. Make sure what you're putting out into the world is gentle, kind, it's confident, it's problem solving, non conflict oriented. Unless that's what you make your money doing, you're not going to gain anything from it. When you receive those kind of comments, I could have gone back and forth with that person online, and that's what they wanted. But instead, I just congratulated them on their success, wish them good luck. They were stunned by it, got done, blocked them on all my platforms, and moved forward because they're not my target client. I'm not going to serve them. I'm not going to make money for my business interacting with this person. And all I would do at that point in time is endanger my mental health. So, my friends, that's my encouragement to you today. Make sure what you're putting out there is kind, gentle, problem solving, confident, upbeat. And then when you do receive that, respond with humility and kindness, or just don't respond at all and then block them. But don't keep that negativity in your life. It will absolutely corrupt you. So, friends, that's my gentle encouragement today. I hope this is easy to listen to, easy to apply, and it's encouraging, which is what we try to do. We try to be problem solvers and capitalize marketing. So, friends, capitalize your best. Keep doing. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks so much.